हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं एक्सियल स्केलेटन। एक्सियल स्केलेटन प्रोटेक्ट्स आवर बॉडी and it is along the axis of our body. It includes our head, our vertebral column and thoracic cavity or thoracic cage. As you can see in the diagram, it includes head, vertebral column and thoracic cage. Axial skeleton protects our vital organs such as heart, lungs, and brain. Head consists of about 29 bones. In axial skeleton, about 80 bones are present, while in head, total 29 bones are present. Firstly, second, our thoracic cage. Thoracic cage consists of about 25 bones. 25 bones. Vertebral column. Vertebral column consists of 26 bones. Thoracic cavity 25 bones. Vertebral column 26 bones. First of all, we will discuss about head. It is divided in different categories such as skull, our hyoid bone and ear bones. Skull consists of 22 bones, a hyoid bone to which the tongue is attached. Tongue is attached to the hyoid bone, which is 1 in number, and our ear bones. Twenty-two bones in skull are further categorized, and hyoid bone is attachment of tongue, which is to be remembered. याद रहे कि हमारे स्कल के अंदर हायोइड बोन नहीं आती. ईयर बोन्स 3 होती है हमारी, जो कि है मैलियस, इनकस एंड स्टेपिस और स्टेप्स, वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू से इट एज. Pronunciate, you can pronunciate it stapes or steps. The third bone. In 1 year 3 bones and in 2 years total 6 bones are present. Facial bones and cranial bones. In GPAT 2020, the question was asked that how many facial bones are present in human body. The answer is 14 bones. Cranial bones, total 8 bones. First of all, we will discuss about cranial bones. Frontal 1, parietal 2 bones which are attached together by sutures. Occipital lobe, which is 1 in number, and temporal lobe, which is 2 in number, which is also attached through sutures. One ethmoid bone, which is present between 2 eyes, and sphenoid bone, which is on the sides. This is the frontal lobe. Parietal lobe is by sides. These are temporal lobes where our ears are present, and these in between part is known as parietal lobe, which is above the frontal lobe. Ethmoid bone. Ethmoid bone is in between our two eyes. You can see here is the ethmoid, and sphenoid bone is in the sides. If this is the skull, these are two eyes. Consider this part is occupied by sphenoid bone inside the skull. Okay. So these 8 bones we have discussed: frontal, parietal, occipital, temporal 2, ethmoid 1, sphenoid 1. The total 8 bones. Now we will discuss the facial bones. Cheekbone. These are 2 in number. Nasal bones. They are also in 2 in number. Vomer, which is between 2 nasal cavities. Two lacrimal bones, maxilla and mandible, and 2 palatine bones, mandible 1. As you can see, maxilla is upper jaw while mandible covers lower jaw. टोटल कितने बोन्स हुए हमारे अब तक कवर? Inferior nasal coaches, these are 2 in number, and palatine bones. First of all, inferior nasal coaches are provides rough surface which filters the air, inhaled air, and provide temperature or maintains the temperature of inhaled air. And filters the inhaled air. Okay. Palatine bones. This is 2 in number. Palatine bones, 2 upper, which is hard, and lower is soft palate. So total 14 bones are covered, and here 2. So skull bones are covered, that is 22 bones. 29 bones are present in head, which we have discussed. Then thoracic cage consists of total 25 bones. The rib number 1 to 7 are directly attached to the sternum, hence they are called as true ribs, while 8, 9, 10, these are indirectly attached to the sternum because they are attached to firstly 7th rib and then they are attached to sternum. Hence they are known as false ribs, and 2 floating ribs, that are 11 and 12. Floating ribs that are connected to vertebral column but not to the sternum, as you can see in the diagram. It is vertebral column. These are attached to the vertebral column, all ribs, and the 11 and 12 ribs are not attached to the sternum but attached to the vertebral column. Hence they are known as floating ribs. That is 11 number and 12 number ribs. These floating ribs are attached to backbone or vertebral column but not to the sternum. Seven, 8, 9, 10 are false ribs and 11, 12 are floating ribs. So the total are 24 bones. We will discuss one by one. 25. 12 pair of ribs, that is 24 bones. 1 to 7 are true ribs. 8, 9 and 10 are false ribs. Because they are attached to the vertebral column but not to the directly not attached to the sternum. They are attached to the 7th number of ribs and which is attached to the sternum. Hence they are known as false ribs. 11 and 12 floating ribs. Total 24 and 1 sternum. These are 25 bones in the thoracic cage. Now we will discuss about backbone or our vertebral column. Cervical vertebrae, in which total 7 bones are present. C1 to C7. C1 is known as atlas. Then our vertebral or thoracic vertebrae. These are total 12 bones in the thoracic vertebrae. Okay, 7 and 2 12 19 हो गए. अब इसके बाद कितने रिमेनिंग है हमारे? 7. lumbar are 5 bones in lumbar vertebrae and 1 bone sacrum, which is made up of 5 vertebrae and 1 bone, that is coccyx, consists of 4 vertebrae. So these are total 26 bones. 29 plus 29 in head, 25 in thoracic cavity and 26 in backbone. So total 80 bones are covered in axial skeleton. I hope कि आपको ये सब समझ में आया होगा. मिलते हैं फिर किसी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में किसी नए टॉपिक के साथ. टेक केयर. Total 80 bones in axial skeleton.